what you see here is a group of layers, each composed of neurons. And what happens is information flows here from the input side to the output side, one by one. That's what these arrows indicate. And that's how the network does what it's supposed to do. Is that clear? All good?
But how do we understand all these operations, and what happens if something fails? How do we analyze the model in such situations?
So I couldn't answer the question. It was really embarrassing, and I went blank. Such a good question, though. I didn't know what to do next.
No worries, that can happen if you're teaching. You don't know always the answer. But yeah, it's a really valid question and an interesting one. And why don't we ask some experts from all over the world what they would do in that situation?
That'd be great, yes. Yeah.
Mike travels around the world to see how others try to open the black box of artificial intelligence.
So how did it go?
So I went to all these experts around the world and asked them what they would do. And actually, they didn't know, they didn't succeed to look into the black box of AI.
So what do you do next then?
Yeah, I've heard of someone who might be able to help, but he moved to the mountains and no one exactly knows where he lives now.
Okay.
But we could try to find him. His name is Shifu.
Okay. So do you know why he went to the mountains?
Yes, I think so. So he was a very esteemed researcher and his ideas were very visionary, but the whole reviewer number 2 gang turned him off.
Okay.
So he moved to the mountains, and to be honest, I'm not really sure if he's willing to help us. But yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yes.
What is this place?
After walking for a very long time, Satish and Mike find a cave and decide to venture inside. As Satish and Mike enter the cave and discover its size, they realize that finding Shifu won't be easy. As they traverse the maze, things get darker and darker.
Mike, are you there?
Yes, right next to you. It's really dark in here.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to take this opportunity at this point to thank you for all your support through this process.
No problem. I also want to meet Master Shifu. And speaking of support, do you know what one support vector says to another support vector?
I don't know.
I feel so marginalized.
8 hours later.
Hey Mike, you still there?
Ooh.
Man, this cave is really endless.
Yes, looks like we're really traversing the mountain, and no pun intended, but it's really deep.
Speaking of deep, I have a joke about deep learning, but I can't explain it.
Oh, look over there. There's some light. Finally, we'll find the exit.
Where is it? I think I put in this field. Where is it? Do you think I don't know you're here?
Are you Master Shifu? We came a long way to see you.
What can an old caveman like me can help you?
We heard that you hold the secrets to actually open the black box of artificial intelligence.
If it works, it works. Why bother?
Yeah, we work with medical images, so it's really important to know what's going on inside these models for patient safety. So we really care.
I'm not the guy you're looking for. You definitely mistake me with someone else.
Isn't that you in this picture with Geoffrey Hinton?
I have nothing to offer. Just leave me alone. I cannot help you.
Let's go after him. Maybe take the light. Over there. Over there. I think we're not gonna find him that way. It's huge. Let's try it over there. I have an idea. We brought him a present, right? Shifu, Shifu, we brought you a GPU.
Which model? Okay, I can help. Follow me. So, what's the problem?
We have this black box of artificial intelligence, and we hope you can teach us the ways of interpretability to look inside it.
For that matter, you've got to become one with the inner gradients.
What do you mean by inner gradients, though?
Wow, you did that with your chopstick?
It's not just my hair beautiful. Come closer. A bit closer. With the gradients, one shall you become.
Shifu, what have you done to us?
To open up the box, you must become one with the inner gradients. But beware, they are not friendly. They can be volatile and greedy.
But what are we supposed to do down here?
You will figure it out if you've got what it takes to know, of course. Now I have something else to attend to with your gifts. Good luck and bye for now.
So any ideas, Mike?
Not really. Maybe it has something to do with the gradients he mentioned. Duck!
Oh wow, Mike, that's a gradient.
Yeah, that makes sense. Watch out! I get it. That must be the gradient from the back propagation.
Aha, so Shifu said we must become one with the gradients.
Yes, I remember. And you see there's another one coming, and at the end there's something attached to its tail. Watch out! Yes, like a tag.
Ah, I see. It must be the class output. So all the backdrop gradients start from the output and then move towards the input.
Makes sense, but uh-oh. The network doesn't seem to be happy that we're here. We're disturbing the flow or something. There's another one coming.
So I guess instead of ducking and trying to get away from the gradients, what if we jump onto it and then try to, along with the gradient, go to the exit of the network?
Great idea. So let's get ready to jump on these class labels.
Yeah.
Then we can force it to move on that.
Yeah.
So on my signal.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Look, so many layers.
Oh, the gradient seems to be vanishing. Let's get off here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Hey Mike, you look weird.
You don't look better.
Ooh. I think we are in the max pooling layer. We should, maybe we should carry on and catch another gradient then.
Satish and Mike jump
Let's get
into the
ready.
tail of one of the gradients. As the gradient flows backward, They see changes across the network and decide to jump out to explore more closely.
Yes, seems interesting.
Yeah.
Ah, this seems to be a convolutional model. Your face is really distorted.
Yeah, it's weird. Yours too. Looks like this is a face recognition model and sensitive to our faces. So looks like we're getting closer to the exit of the network too. Do you want to grab onto the large gradient that's coming and jump on really quick?
Yes, let's
On the
get
count
ready.
of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow! Never imagined we could be inside a network and see a layer from the inside. I wish the lectures were like this.
Yes, that's amazing.
The gradients are now in harmony with Satish and Mike, who have become one with them.
Oh, this drowning goes on endlessly.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have too many negative thoughts. Look, there's a relay right there.
Oh, look, we're getting close to the exit. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Well done, champions. You managed to tame the gradients.
That was amazing. Thank you very much. We never thought we'd make it out of there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shifu, for your teachings. Really amazing. I think now we are definitely ready.
So here we see a group of layers, each composed of neurons. And what happens is information flows from the input side here to the output side through these weights and arrows. And so that's how the information flows, and that's how the neural network does what it's supposed to do. Okay. Questions? Yes?
And how do we understand all these operations? And what happens if something fails? And how do we analyze the model in these cases?
Aha. That's a great black box question, for which I'll have to tell you a story. You may want to come a little closer for this.
Chopstick?
It's a hairpin, you fool. Watch now.
Thanks for watching this new episode of the BENDER series. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, check the links down below where we discuss different topics of medical imaging and deep learning. We want to thank all the colleagues who participated in this special episode on interpretability, who are experts in the field. And if you are further interested in this topic of interpretability in medical imaging, next year, March 2023, in this very same room at the top floor of the main building of the University of Bern, we are organizing a one-day symposium with an excellent lineup of keynote speakers and activities we have prepared for you. So check also that link, and we hope to see you soon.